Hey guys, Manoj and Phil here again today
Hey.
with some updates and sharing with you some insights that we have been collecting
hmm
by talking to a lot of people, a lot of businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people in high positions who understand exactly what is going on. So we'll
hmm
share some of that, and we'll also share some of the actions that we highly recommend that you take.
Yeah.
But Phil, why don't you say a few things and then we'll dive in.
Yeah, look, we've actually just taken this live now because we were having a debate off air about what the data means ourselves, which I guess is the point right now, is that nobody really kind of knows exactly. Everyone can kind of have a theory. Manoj, you were talking about, we might as well take the conversation on air. You were talking about the unemployment statistics in the US.
Yeah. So last week on Monday, because I track financial data closely. Last week on Monday, the unemployment filings in USA. This is just USA was 3.3 million, and that's a huge number
Mm,
for a country of size of US because the total population is 300 million, right? So out of 300 million population, 3.3 filed for unemployment benefits last week, and today that figure has climbed to 6.6 million, so it has doubled in a week. And this is the lower, like the highest unemployment filings that has ever occurred in USA. So that's again, this is what we were debating about. Phil, you can jump in here, but
yeah.
I'm not looking at the specific numbers, which is 3.36. I'm just looking at the trend, and
Mm.
this trend is quite alarming. And Phil, please share your views so
Look,
that.
I think we both agree that the trends are alarming. I think we also both agree that people are being laid off. Look, you look at the hospitality industry, airlines, for example. There's redundancies and mass layoffs happening all the time, unfortunately. So those unemployment numbers are going up. What I said was two things. Number one, it's hard to assess the damage of a hurricane when you're in the middle of the hurricane. We're not really going to know what it looks like until we're through this thing, and we're starting to go back to work and almost assess the damage, as it were. But the other thing about the statistics is, I don't believe that they can accurately portray the real image right now, because there's government programs, both in the States and obviously here in the UK, and I'm sure in other countries as well, um, where you're being told, even if you're employed and you earn up to a certain amount, or if you've had to be put on some sort of a package where you're earning maybe 80% or whatever it is of your salary, you've been told that you can kind of top that up with certain benefits. So that was my argument, was out, okay, yes, so it's gone up by 3 million in a week, but actually how many of those 3 million are actually just people who are technically employed and wouldn't usually count towards those statistics,
Yeah.
but are on there topping up their income because of the crisis, which I think is a great idea. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. I'm really glad that governments are doing that, and in fact I think they should be doing more. But I understand there's budgetary restraints. I get that. Um, but what I'm saying is that I don't think the data, if we know that there's a flaw in the data, if we know that there is an anomaly in there of X amount of people, unless we can statistically remove those and then look at the data again,
Mhm.
I don't think we're really going to know very much until this is finished.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we were debating because I look at a macroeconomic, global macroeconomics, and from what I see, these are very alarming. Anyway, we all agree that
We agree it's
this
bad.
is yeah, this is we all agree this is a crisis situation, and
Yeah,
we want to make sure that we all are ahead of this. We
correct.
are we got caught by surprise by the virus, but the economic effects of this, let's at least try to get ahead of that, and
Exactly.
make sure that we can do something about it.
Yeah, so look, I wanted to actually give you some real world examples of things that we've been doing. Obviously, I talk about the remote working revolution, but it had to start somewhere, and it started with us. It started with our businesses and the partners that we work with. So rather than just kind of saying, "Oh, this is this magical fluffy thing that we do," I wanted to talk to you about what the last kind of week to 2 weeks has been like for us in our businesses, what we've been doing, where the opportunities have come. So one of the first things I'd say is, if your local market is drying up, or if there's a problem with your local job market or local opportunity market, if you're a contractor, um, you need to stop thinking so local. And the best way to do that is to be able to be access to set up remotely to provide solutions to the people who are still looking for those solutions globally. Now, the hard part about any of this, and this is why people have networking groups, this is why things like BNI exist is because when you move into a new area, it takes time to build up a reputation. It takes time to build up credibility. It takes time to meet the right contacts. Now, global networking is the best way to do that, because if you partner with the right people, and this is something that we're going to go through in the webinar that's free tomorrow. If you haven't already signed up, please do so. There's going to be loads of juicy stuff in there. But if it's about being able to access those other markets through your partners, because then you can open up a whole new market without ever even having set foot there. And that's exactly what we're doing. So Manoj is in Canada. I'm here in the UK. Our other business partner is watching live. Hi, Justin. He's in South Africa. And, you know, we're working with other partners. We're now bringing in an outsourced call center who are now likely to be joining our service. We'll be doing some trial stuff with them over the next few weeks. They're also based in Cape Town, South Africa. And the idea is that we're sharing resources, we're sharing networks. They've lost out on some contracts. We've got some great stuff going on because of our partners in certain other areas in the world where they're experiencing this whole supply and demand thing differently. I guess that's the thing with a shift, isn't there? If something shifts away from you, you have to figure out where it shifted to and then go and look there. You know, look at the evolution of every single industry. You know, if you were once a radio show, if you needed to go on TV. If you're a TV show, you need an online and a YouTube channel. And it's about meeting your customers where they are. And that's what we're going to go through on Friday. So as I said, if you haven't already signed up, come and join us. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be some awesome stuff, some free giveaways in terms of some codes and referral bits and pieces. So definitely come check it out.
I'm just going to quickly share my screen just so that everybody is aware of it.
My guys on Twitter can't see this, so I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay. Here we go. Share. And so this is where you want to be. Remote work revolution. So I will take this.
I'll put a link to the Remote Working Revolution group below, and also the website, so you can get in contact with us there. I'll make sure to do that after the live stream. I'll put that in the comments below. So drop us a like, and you'll be sure to see that.
Yeah. So we will we'll put this link in the description, as Phil said. But if you're watching it live, do drop in. And remember, guys, this is community driven completely. You know, we are in different parts of the world. Whatever is happening in your country, in your location, could be different than what we are experiencing, and we want to bring solutions that will be applicable to you. We don't want to say, okay, you know, this is a blanket solution for everyone. So please provide us that feedback so that we can reach out into our networks. Sometimes we may not have the solutions, but we have, between Phil and I and our partner Justin, we have huge networks of people who are very, very capable, very experienced. So I'm sure whatever problem you are facing right now, we will be able to find that solution. But we will be only able to give you that solution if you tell us that this is what you need help with. Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely. No, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be really good. A number of people already joining us. As Manoj said, I will drop a link to the Facebook group below, so be sure to sign up as there. It's completely free. Loads of great expert advice in there, and networks as well. I mean, look, I want to be really honest with you. I'm a father. I've got 2 young children. Manoj, you're a father. You've got young children. We need to provide for our families just like everybody else. So what we're trying to do here is help as many other people feed their families as possible, without trying to sound too corny about it, by sharing what we're doing and kind of saying, okay, look, this is what's working for us. This is what didn't work for us. Bringing together the experience of all of our partners to try and create a strategy that works for us. And then we're going to show it to you live as we're doing it and say, this is what we are doing. This is how you can do it for you and your business, or to win contracts in other areas and work from home. You know, the important thing is it doesn't really matter what currency hits your bank, provided you can pay your bills and provide for your family. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we hope to see you in the group and on the webinar. Note down these timings. We have tried to cover the whole globe in terms of, you know, different time zones. Obviously the video recording will be available. But we highly recommend you join us live so that you can ask your specific questions. That being said, the recording will be available. But again, you know, just try to be live there. And what else? Anything else?
Nope. Well, direct you to the group, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Great. Keep safe and stay healthy.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good evening.
All right. What the hell? Okay, great.